The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis is the story of four siblings who open the door on this perfectly ordinary piece of furniture and find themselves in a magical world. The first to do so, of course, is the youngest, Lucy, who's trying to hide in the wardrobe. She finds that she goes further and further back into it, always expecting to feel woodwork against the tips of her fingers, but she doesn't find it. She thinks it must be a perfectly enormous wardrobe, but then she finds snow crunching underneath her feet, and the coats that she's pushing her way through turn into the branches of trees around her, and suddenly she found that she was standing in the middle of a wood at nighttime with snow under her feet and snowflakes falling through the air. This book is a prime example of one of four types of fantasy described and categorized by scholar Farah Mendlesohn. She delineated portal or quest fantasy, immersive fantasy, intrusive fantasy, and liminal fantasy. These scholarly categories have to do with the reader's relationship to the imaginary world and how the world and our own world interact. In portal fantasy, a character who's a stand-in for the reader, in this time Lucy, goes through some kind of door or gap or opening or passageway that connects the two worlds, in this case, the wardrobe. The reader, as it were, you and I, ride on the character's shoulder and explore the magical world along with her. Lucy doesn't know anything about Narnia, and neither do we when we begin, so we go along with her and learn about it just as she does. And she serves as our perspective character, helping us to make sense out of that world with its wild and fantastical beasts. Immersive fantasy is when the characters are already in it at the beginning of the story, and we, the readers, have to try to orient ourselves because there's not a readerly stand-in for us to help us figure out what the world is like. Intrusive fantasy invades our ordinary world, and liminal fantasy is a bit more complicated. The sort of questions of which world is which, what is real, which is imaginary, and which is ours. The novel Little, Big by John Crowley might be one of my favorite examples of this. Can you think of other examples of these four types of fantasy, or maybe some others that don't fit the categories? Let me know in the comments below.